Mhm.
What are some tips you have for the fathers?
Yeah, the number one thing is for me is if you don't schedule your life, someone or something will schedule your life. 100%. So I like to attack my life. And for the record, I'm a husband. I'm a father of two kids that are 13 and 10. I own two businesses. Only a few weeks ago, I had another job. I was a full-time educator. I have parents that are getting up there, so I'm a part-time caretaker too. Just like many people listening on here, there's plenty going on. And if you're listening, I know you have a lot going on too. But the main key here is that if you don't schedule your life, someone or something else will. So, my whole message that I love to give to adults and that I live so that I'm not a hypocrite is that I try to have a structured schedule in my life every single day, a routine. Now, I'm not saying a lot of people, if you go online, they say you got to get up at 2 a.m. and you have to do some kind of mask on your face and you have to rub lemons on your underarms. Like, I care about you, but I don't care what your routine is. But what you should be thinking about is what intentional things can I do every day that not only allow me to be the father I want to be, allow me to be the worker in my career I want to be, maybe the husband I want to be, but also what are the things that also fill me up and energize me so that I can show up to those incredibly important jobs. So for me, my schedule is everything. And I think, Kyle, that would be my whole answer, one big answer to your question. Now, if you don't mind, I'd love to dive in a little bit
Do it,
deeper.
man. Do it.
So for like my routine, especially I was a teacher for 20 years and I always had a really positive mindset. I was resilient. Did I have bad days? Absolutely. Was I crabby or rude at times? Yes, I'm a human just like everyone else. But majority of the time, I'm a very upbeat, energetic, positive, impactful person. And the reason is for at least for the last 10 years of my life, this schedule has really helped me. I like to get up. Well, that's not true. I don't like to, but I do get up at 4:40 a.m. And the reason I do that is because I'm an exerciser. I like to dig into what I call my ers. And when I exercise, I feel better about myself and it motivates me for the day. But I like doing that before my family gets up. Otherwise, I'll never do it. So I get up and get that done before I even start my day. I have time to have breakfast with my daughter before she goes to school. Being a father, one of my other ers, is really important to me. When I'm at the gym and when I'm driving around or when I was driving to work, I was either listening to music because music's a huge part of what fills me up. I'm a music listener, another or I'm a learner. I love podcasts and I love audiobooks, all things that are filling me up. Now, by the time 8 a.m. hits, I've done so many things in my routine that have filled me up that now I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling like my positive mental bank. There's been deposits in there. And now when things come my way that are a little bit off, that throw me off, that I didn't want, or that drain me, I have the energy to take those on. I can be creative. I can be patient. I can be resilient. I can brush it off. I can pivot. I can meet people where they're at, all because I took the time to pour into myself. So the reason I say the schedule is because even though we all know when you schedule out your day, it never works out perfectly. When you start setting these habits of little tiny things, listening to music could take 5 minutes, Kyle, listening to a great Linkin Park song just to get you going, right? That can make the difference between us feeling really groggy and tired and lit up a little bit. For some people, for me too, I love to be a creator, one of my ers, even though that's an or. And I love to cook and bake, and I like to stack the things that I do with the things that I love. So I love being a father. I like cooking, and when my kids come home from school, I'm making dinner, but they're doing homework by me, so I'm helping them with homework, but I'm being creative, but I'm also helping the family. It's like if we can find little ways in our job, in our roles as a husband and father to stack the things we love with the people we love, it can make a huge difference. And so often we accidentally just keep going through life without ever pausing and asking, are there things that I can declutter that I do out of habit, but that actually don't do anything or serve me well? And can I either just get rid of it and open up that time, or can I replace it with something that fills me up even more? The Easiest example I always give is I loved watching TV at night before bed about an hour. And I still like watching TV. It's very relaxing. I like comedy, it makes me laugh. But I started asking myself Monday through Friday, could I take that hour and do something that makes me feel even better, even though watching TV did? I took that out and I started being way more active on media of making positive videos because I wanted to be a role model to my students. I also just wanted to be part of the change in the world that I wanted to see. I wanted more people giving and not just trying to get views from negative things and, getting the arguments online. I wanted to be part of that change. And the creative side of me, learning how to edit and film and thinking about what to put out into the world, it really motivated me and filled me up. So in the end, when we start feeling ourselves draining and burning out, we really have to start looking at what am I doing every day? And am I ending up a little bit net positive or am I always ending up negative? And if you're ending up negative always, there's no way you won't eventually burn out. It's unsustainable. So we have to find a way to carefully flip that switch so that we start winning more than the losing energy. And I think that can change our lives.
Perfect stuff, man. Perfect stuff. You know, listener, if you do not enjoy waking up at 4:30, Phil, this is his deal,
No, I
then
don't like it either.
well, this is what he does. If that's not you, understand your brain is unique and you can develop your own unique schedule that's going to work for you. For example, in our house, my wife, similar to you, Phil, she'll get up early and work out. I tried it 2 days last year. I was hardcore. I think it was, New Year's, every New Year's,
Yeah.
like, I'm trying something new. And I did 2 days and then I fell off the wagon. Now back to I usually work out at night. So whatever works for you to find time is the very important thing to remember there.